you know, and it's very frustrating. There is other things moving on, you know, because there's some things about Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen DeGeneres has been getting some. Ellen DeGeneres has been catching some heat. Let me just say that she's been catching some real heat. I mean, shoot, real talk. I literally just typed in Ellen DeGeneres, or I just typed in Ellen D, right? So the top one is DeGeneres, and the next one is Ellen DeGeneres mean. I'm not kidding. Like, I don't know what is going on and why, what the deal is with Ellen DeGeneres, but we are about to find out. All right. Oh, wow. So some of these titles are sitting there saying Ellen DeGeneres is the queen of mean, but now wants to play the victim. Ellen DeGeneres reportedly upset ex-employees spoke out about her being mean. Ellen DeGeneres is at the end of her rope following allegations of mean behavior. What the hell is this? What is going on? So we're about to play this. Yes, Jalen. Oh, no. thepascalshow.com. thepascalshow.com. Let's see. There's got to be a video of some sort, but here we go. Ellen DeGeneres is the queen of mean, but now she wants to play the victim. Ellen DeGeneres is sad that she's been outed as the queen of mean. Did she think she was going to get away with years of systematic abuse? What? Oh my God. Okay, so let's read some of this. No kidding. Okay, so Ellen DeGeneres is at the epicenter of one hell of a PR storm. The star has faced allegations of bad behavior for years, but things have rapidly gone from 0 to 60 in the recent days. Up until now, these tales of shady meanness have seemed largely unfounded, with many chalking it down to jealousy and tabloid gossip. But when Kevin T. Porter tweeted out asking people to share their stories about Ellen's dark side, the response was out of this world. Suddenly, stories about her terrible treatment of staff and her refusal to talk to guests off camera were running rampant. Forget about the global pandemic. There was a new virus in town. Ellen DeGeneres. Wow. So there's a tweet here from Kevin Porter that basically says, right now we all need a little kindness, you know, like Ellen DeGeneres always talks about. So she's also notoriously one of the meanest people alive. Respond to this with the most insane stories you've heard about Ellen being mean, and I'll match every one with $2 to the LA Food Bank. I can't believe that this is some real stuff. So I guess some people went ahead and just started blasting her stuff, blasting these truths. Now, there's something that we have here that I'm going to pop up real quick, because we got to watch a little bit of this. Not the whole thing, but a little bit of it, okay? So here we go.
As the coronavirus pandemic leaves America's workforce in limbo, comedian Ellen DeGeneres has come under fire for allegedly mistreating her crew in these uncertain times. According to Variety, more than 30 of the Ellen DeGeneres show's employees are, quote, outraged over their treatment from top producers.
Wow.
As they claim they have been kept in the dark regarding their pay, hours, and other health-related concerns for more than a month. Now her former bodyguard, Tom Majierczyk, has stepped up to reveal that she's, quote, cold and demeaning.
Okay, so first off, I want to say something really quick. I want to tap on to something really, really quick. Okay, before we jump all the way into Ellen DeGeneres real quick, let me just try to say something in defense of Ellen DeGeneres, okay? Number one, Ellen DeGeneres is a superstar. I'm sure she's had to step on a couple toes and scuff up a few white sneakers to get to the top. So there's always going to be somebody that's in their feelings no matter what. Okay? So I'm playing devil's advocate here. Devil's advocate. All right? I'm not trying to be Team Ellen here. I'm not trying to be on her side. I'm not trying to be with or against her. I'm trying to be as diplomatic as possible. We're going to skate. We're going to balance on that balance beam of the fence as much as we can. We're going to straddle that mug as much as we can while watching this video. Because here's the thing. There's a lot of people that think that she is an amazing human being and that she can do no wrong. But then at the same time, she is also human. There are things about her that we don't know behind closed doors, that she does behind closed doors. She is human. She is human. Now, the thing is also, who's to say that the same story isn't this same story doesn't apply to, say, Oprah? Think about it. Oprah had to step on a couple toes too. She's a businesswoman. She's a billionaire. That's a lot of angry people. That's a lot of people that she may have, you know, just going back to Ellen. There's a lot of people that she could have just been like, yo, we good. You know, I don't need you in my corner. You know, so on and so forth. So there's going to be a lot of disgruntled employees regardless. Everyone's going to have some dirt. Everyone's going to want to spill the tea on one of the biggest names in daytime talk TV show and in daytime TV, period. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, I digress. I'm just throwing that out. Like I said, I am not a, you know, pro Ellen or anything like that. But at the same time, she has built a gigantic business, a gigantic platform. And you're going to have a few people. You're going to break a few eggs for sure. You're going to break a few hearts and you're going to step on some toes for sure. Moving on.
Majirsic told Fox News, Ellen is the one person that I've been assigned to, and I've been assigned to quite a few celebrities that has never taken the time to say hi to me. Majirsic had been assigned to escort Degeneres and wife Portia de Rossi at the 2014 Oscars, and although de Rossi was, quote, very pleasant and carried on a conversation, everything went south when she introduced him to Degeneres. Majirsic said, it started going negatively when de Rossi introduced me to Ellen, and Ellen pretty much just gave me a side glance out of her eye and didn't even say hello or thank you for protecting my mother, my wife, and me.
Every single thing he remembered.
And now, as the talk show host faces backlash from her crew, Majirsic knew it was time to speak up. With Degeneres now at the mercy of her staff's complaints, her former bodyguard knew this was his chance to share an experience that's bugged him for years.
Bruh.
I see this person come across as being very enlightened and positive and awesome, and everybody loves her and is in awe, and that's really not the case when you meet her in person.
Wow.
When you see her on TV, people fall in love with her, but it is a false facade and bravado.
Okay, so hold up. Okay. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. All right. Now, I'm not, okay, like I said, I might be sounding like I'm in full defense of Ellen right now. I'm not trying to be, but I'm just going to say this out loud because here it is. You can't expect Ellen DeGeneres to be Ellen DeGeneres every single day, all day, day. You just can't. She's a human being. She has days that are good. She has days that are bad, right? Now, if she's just, if she's just a full-on witch every single day, that's one conversation. That's another conversation. But you're talking about people finding bad moments in somebody's life, and everyone's life runs 24/7. Her TV show only runs for an hour. She has to be perfect for just an hour, and then all that stuff is being cut and all that stuff too. So when it comes to it, it makes me wonder how much you can't really turn to this and say, oh, she's such a terrible human being. Like, even some of the nicest people on camera can have moments of being a full-on jackass. Let's just be completely funky on it. You can't expect somebody to be extroverted and funny all day long. You can't expect them to be on all day, day. Wow, that's insane. She could just be an extroverted introvert. where she's on camera, hilarious, on point, but then when she's off camera, she turns off. She's very subdued. She's very introverted into herself. She's very quiet. You know what I'm saying? There's so many people like that. You can't be on all the time. Anyway, continuing.
You start hearing these stories, and I was like, man, there's got to be more to this. She's not the person she portrays to be, that she's playing off of society. That's my opinion. Furthermore, Majirsic claimed that Degeneres, quote, doesn't care about anybody else as long as she's getting what she wants. He added, people are starting to see her true self, and that really lends to the support of what my initial thoughts of her have been over the last 6 years.
Damn.
Majirsic's claims about how he was treated by Degeneres while acting as her bodyguard don't seem to cast the star in the best light. Despite that, there were plenty of mixed reactions to what could be seen as an example of bad behavior or, frankly, totally normal actions by someone who just happens to be famous. One unimpressed Twitter user wrote in response to Majirsic's accusations, Ellen has done a lot of good. However, she does a lot of mean, passive-aggressive stuff that just rubs me the wrong way. Like the way she enjoys frightening her guests and even her own staff. However, not everyone thought that the talk show host was in the wrong, like this person, who tweeted, he's crying because she did not speak to him. Why do people expect her to be like she is on her show 24 hours a day? She's human. Damn.
My thoughts, exactly. She's human. You can't expect her to be full on, flat out, Ellen DeGeneres all day long. You know what I'm saying? Even Robin Williams, who was always on, had downtimes too, when he wasn't just Robin Williams. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't expect, you know what I'm saying? Even Donald Trump says something intelligent at some point in the day. Sorry, but you know what I'm saying, okay? You can't expect him to be smart all day. But he eventually does say something smart at some point in the day. Just saying. So you can't be mad at Ellen if Ellen's just being herself off camera. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, wow, you know, and like I said, I am not a super fan or anything of that sort, but I understand that there are people out here that are just digging and trying to find a reason to just like rip her apart. And it's like, come on, you give one person an inch to go, they're going to take the whole mile and go, I remember this one time. They're going to, you know, meticulously go in on somebody and try to find every fault under the sun. You know, this is a woman who is on a lot of times, and then when she gets done, that's her business. Her business is to be funny and entertain and do wonderful things. Now, hey, you never know. Frightening people might be something that gets a lot of views, and actually, it really does. Don't tell me you haven't gone and clicked on one when, you know, some country singer or it's P. Diddy or something like that gets scared the crap out of on the set. People love that ish. Of course, if it's getting millions of views, she's going to do it, and she's going to continue to do it. So you can't sit here and say that she's just what's the word? Masochistically or sadomastic, like some weird S&M stuff. She ain't doing that. You know what I mean? She's just doing her job, and she's just realizing that she's got producers, I'm sure, that are sitting there going, oh yeah, people are really loving these scare tactics. When you torture your average Andy guy and you scare the hell out of such and such, so much that it's turned into a damn TV show. She's got a whole show where she has regular people that are getting tortured basically throughout the entire show with her having a blast. And what is going on? People are watching that ish. Why? Because it's working. You know what I mean? Sadomasochistic. Thank you, Mr. Orange. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really be mad at said girl for doing her job, for bringing in ratings. And if people are eating that stuff up, they're eating that stuff up. Talk about like Dr. Phil. Talk about Oprah. What about them? They've exploited the hell out of people. Now, I understand Cecilia is in love with her
her lizard. Can you explain a little bit about your love and your romance with your lizard? Because all my viewers would like to know.
Or the Catch Me Outside girl, or any of the other stuff that he's ever done. That's what they do. That's what they do for a job. And if they go, "Ooh, Catch Me Outside girl was great. We got to get her back because that went super viral and made you relevant, Dr. Phil." You see what I'm saying? And every dog has its day. You can't tell me that homeboy is just sitting there going, "Now, let me tell you something." You know, for a fact, he's going home and having drinks and yelling at his wife and having arguments and being a human being. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, we're going to continue on with this video because it is very fascinating. But I know some people were here. And yes, Debbie, yes, that's true. That's not even a real reporter. This is just a Nikki Swift video. But these are all things that are being said. Like it's a compilation of things that are being reported throughout Twitter, throughout the social medias, because this has been, as you guys have already known, and you too, you know this, Debbie, too. I've talked about this whole thing, this whole mean tweets and all this stuff, and her being mean and how she's a nightmare and blah 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 blah, like a month ago, and it's still growing. It's still going on, you know. And I said before, I'm like, man, I don't understand why people are getting mad about her making one small joke about being in jail in her home type thing. You know what I'm saying? So there are a lot of people that are feeling like they're just really going in on her. And like I said, I am not her. I have not been on the receiving end to any of this stuff. But at the same damn time, though, I have to be like, wait a second. If you met me on a bad day, I'm not going to be all like, "What's up, y'all? What's up? It's your boy Pascal. Thank you. Hit that subscribe button, yo." No, you're going to meet me as regular ass Pascal. What's up? What's good with it? How you doing? Thank you for being here. Blah, blah, blah. You might get a peppering of me, how I am on camera, but you're not going to get me like that all day or a day. If you expect that, then you are not going to be my friend for very long. You see what I'm saying? Stacy, what's up? Said, I must live in a cage, in a cave. I had no idea about this Ellen story. Yeah, it's very, very true. It is very, 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 very real. Let's see. This is not even a real reporter. Some of the world. Some of them, I guess, Mr. Orange is saying, some of them would be a good start for Trump. She seems nice to me, Mr. Orange. We all make mistakes. That's very, very, very true. We are human. We can't be perfect all the time. Yellow Man said, "Yeah, that's true, bro. You're right about Williams. He was so funny, but had demons. Don't know what it is. Don't know what it was." Yeah, you know what I mean? After your days of work, it's a whole different thing. That's true. Producers have a heavy say. What's up, Banks? How you doing, brother? What's up, man? Good to see you, brother. Thank you so much for tuning in. Mr. Orange, people love a bit of drama. That's very, very true. You know, and enjoy looking down on people. Absolutely. You know what I mean? The cowboy. You know what I mean? So the thing is like Dr. Phil is an embarrassment to the industry. There's a lot of people that feel that way. You randomly said my daughter's name's Cecilia, and today she turns. Oh wow! And today she turns 16. Wow, Ashley, happy birthday to your daughter Cecilia. Ashley, that's beautiful. I didn't expect to say Cecilia. That just came out of my mouth. That just came out of nowhere. But Cecilia, happy birthday, Cecilia. You're breaking my heart, right? Isn't that in the song? I think so. Anyway, the all publicity is good publicity narrative. Very, very true. Very, 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 very true. Yes. So, and of course, you know, keep the comments rolling. They're fantastic. They're wonderful. She was kidding. She knows she's blessed with a beautiful home. She's a comedian. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. There's people who are automatically just saying because of Nikki Tutorials, because Nikki Tutorials was on her on a Dutch talk show where they interviewed her about being interviewed on Ellen DeGeneres' show. And she said, well, she was just kind of cold. She wasn't very kind. She didn't really say hi to me before we started. But then once the cameras turned on, she was very happy, bubbly, and, you know, she was Ellen DeGeneres. The persona turned on. But what else is new? You're telling me that Nikki Tutorials or any other person, even myself right now, as soon as these lights turn off and this camera's off, I'm not this all day long. If I was this all day long, shoot, man, oh my God. I'd be the most annoying person on this planet. You see what I'm saying? You're shaking my confidence daily. That's funny. Dr. Oz. And Dr. Oz, thank you. Exactly. You know what I mean? Ashley, right. Ellen is a comedian first, and some comedians do. I have a dry sense of humor. Oh, and some comedians do. I guess do have a dry sense of humor off stage. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be on all day, day. You just can't. So it just doesn't, that's why I'm going, I can't fathom, I can't wrap my mind around this whole thing where everyone's trying to like basically cancel Ellen DeGeneres for being a mean person or being someone who's kind of cold. Huh. It's just interesting. Something to think about. I feel like it would be something different. I feel like the vibe would be completely different if she was out in public, caught on camera, just being an absolute witch. But until I see that, I can't really get behind this crap. You got to remember, she has a multi-billion-dollar industry underneath her and above her and around her, right? Her show makes millions. She sits there and says, hey, buy Toshiba flat screen TVs. And there are people that will literally buy flat screen TVs made by Toshiba. It is guaranteed because she has that kind of power. You can't tell me that she hasn't gone and said, hey, I really don't like this bodyguard. I'm sorry, you're fired. It's just business. So why is she suddenly being a mean girl, or why she suddenly dawned as a mean girl when she's just being her? Mr. Orange just asked, what did she do? Exactly. I don't know. All they're doing is a guy put out a tweet and said, hey, y'all, give me stories of mean stories about Ellen DeGeneres, and I will donate $2 to the LA Food Bank. And that's all it is. And there has been stories about her being mean, but that doesn't mean nothing. To me, that don't mean a damn thing. What else is new? I bet you Oprah's mean. I bet you Gayle King is mean. I bet you freaking Obama could be mean. I bet you Michelle Obama isn't the nicest person all the time, too. You see what I'm saying? Shoot, even Mr. Rogers had some bad days, bruh. Come on, y'all. You guys are getting mad about... Not you guys. You guys are listening to me rant. But these people are getting mad at Ellen for what, bruh? For what? For what? 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 Okay. So, yes. Anyway, I'm going to play a tiny bit more. I think I've made my point.
Someone else agreed, writing, quote, he's paid to protect her, not be her bestie. Whether DeGeneres' actions were acceptable or not, some people simply weren't surprised, as one person tweeted, everyone knows she's a wolf in sheep's clothing. When Majirsic accused DeGeneres of being less than friendly during their encounter, his claim came not long after she faced accusations of being cold to one of the cheeriest YouTube stars around.
There it is.
Nikki Tutorials.
Nikki Tutorials.
The popular online makeup guru opened up about appearing on Ellen's show after coming out as transgender.
Yep.
On a Dutch talk show, Nikki admitted the American host wasn't as nice as others she's met in the industry.
Boom.
When she was then asked if DeGeneres was distant and cold, the YouTuber confirmed that, saying, just a little. It was a huge honor to be on that stage with Ellen, but it wasn't as nice as I thought. Nikki has also said that she may have been naive when going into the experience, explaining that, I kind of expected to be welcomed with confetti cannons. Welcome to the Ellen DeGeneres show. But instead, I was greeted by an angry intern who was a bit overworked.
Okay, can I just point something out real quick? And then, yes, I'll check the thing, Jalen, for sure. I promise you. But here it is. Okay. Isn't that what an intern is supposed to be doing in the first place? Aren't they supposed to be ran through? Aren't they supposed to be sitting there working their tails off, being underpaid so that they can use this experience as an opportunity for a resume builder and to show their worth so that they can keep working and keep growing in the business? That's the whole point. You work your tail off and do your thing. Now, the next thing, when she goes, I was expecting, confetti cannons and stuff. Are you kidding me? She doesn't do that to everybody. All you did was go on camera and come out as transgender. You're telling me that you deserved like some sort of like red carpet, like the red carpet pulled out and like, trumpets and angels of singing. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't make sense to me. And that doesn't happen all the time. That's life, that doesn't make sense. Then on top of that, Mr. Orange just said she's oversensitive and looking for some attention. Exactly. Because here's the thing. As soon as that interview went and got viral, went really, really popular, and she got all that, she basically helped create that heat. Next thing you know, she went out and did a follow-up interview with another magazine, which is where those quotes are coming from. And it's kind of like, why would you do that again? I know why you're doing that again, because that's giving you attention. That's giving you exposure. Instead of just leaving it be. You said what you had to say, but now you're still saying the thing. See what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm just sitting here saying this from a point of view that I feel like a lot of people are not allowing to look at. They're not looking at it in the point of view of, hey, y'all, she is a human being. And I guarantee you, over the years and over the time that she's had this business, even from when she started as a stand-up comic, I guarantee you that there are people that she stepped, some people's toes that she stepped on. That's it. There's no reason for people getting upset. And Nikki Tutorials, Stacy, is someone who is... Michelle Obama doesn't like Ellen at all? What? Are you sure about that? Is that for real? I don't know if that's true. Because Barack loves her ass. Like, loves her ass. He just gave her some huge medal of courage. I mean, like, for anyone, that's like a huge accolade. That's a huge thing to be honored with, There's no way. That would be weird. It feels like Michelle and Barack are kind of a package deal. And if he rocks with you, she rocks with you too, and vice versa. That's what I feel on it. But I could be really, really wrong, But yes, Nikki Tutorials is just a very popular makeup artist. She does like makeup tutorials. Sorry. She's just a makeup guru. She's on... she's on YouTube, and she makes a lot of money doing her thing, making tutorials. She has her own makeup lines, the whole nine. Just about a few months ago, she came out as transgender. She let everybody think that she was a woman, and then she came out as transgender a couple months ago. Why? Because she was being blackmailed into doing it. Because they said if she doesn't say it, if she doesn't come out and tell the truth to her fans, that this person, whoever was blackmailing her, was going to expose the truth themselves. So she put it up, she put it upon herself to come out as transgender to the world and to all of her followers. All of her followers didn't even know. So it went super viral on YouTube. Ellen DeGeneres, or her team at least, saw this video about her coming out as transgender, telling the truth, so then they brought her onto the show. And when she came to the show, this is when she said, I was expecting like confetti cannons. I was expecting the red carpet to be rolled out, the whole nine. But none of that happened. Then she met Ellen DeGeneres, and apparently Ellen DeGeneres was kind of cold to her. Didn't really say hi, didn't make much eye contact, the whole nine. But then as soon as the cameras turned on, she was super nice to her, and they had a good interview. You know? But like I said, you just don't know who's having a good day and who's having a bad day. Real talk. You just don't. You know? You just don't know what you're going to get nowadays. You know? Yes. I did see this video. Jalen, I did get the link. I have it here. But definitely comment down below about the Ellen DeGeneres thing. Let me know what you think. I definitely would like to know, because this is, like I said, it's some weird stuff. It's weird. It's really weird. But I can understand, because I'm, not sitting here saying that I'm Ellen DeGeneres, but I'm on camera a lot. I've hosted talk shows, late night talk shows, the whole nine, where you have to be on a lot of times. And then when the camera's off, you just want to shut down, man. You don't want to be the same person. You just gave your all for 2 hours, sometimes 3, sometimes 4, a full day of shooting. And then as soon as it's over, you just want to lean back and do nothing, yo. You're just tired. You don't want to be nice to anybody. You just want to eat. You want to turn on some Netflix, and you want to chill the F out. That's all you want to do. Real talk. Stacy, the world is upside down. When did people from YouTube become so powerful? Ellen worked her butt off for years. She has talent and has earned her place. YouTube is not the same caliber. I agree to a certain extent. I think that there's a lot of really amazingly talented people on YouTube that, if they were offered an actual show, like on television or in the movies, I think they would soar. I think that they would do tremendously well. And we've seen that time and time again, where there has been YouTubers that have branched, that have crossed over from being YouTube famous to being actually famous, or at least starting their path to something very successful in the industry. But then I've seen others too. I've seen people who have crossed over and it's just trash. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah. No, and you're right, Stacey. But makeup, yeah, that's why they stay on YouTube. That's why that's why makeup gurus do very well on YouTube, because not every, you don't see, I haven't seen, except for like reality game shows, where they're doing like, oh, who can make, the best makeup artists go head to head for to be crowned the best makeup artist on this particular game show. But other than that, you don't really see makeup artists becoming Ellen. You know what I'm saying? So I see what you're saying, and I agree, but at the same time, for her to come out, it really put her on the map. For her to finally tell the truth and let people know where she was really coming from and why she came out and all that. But the way she did it and the way she said it was very, very empowering to a lot of people, so I commend her for coming out, real talk. But I don't think she should have expected some sort of treatment of any kind. I don't think she should have thought of that at all, but Ready Rock, what's up, man? Let's see. There's a difference between having high and low energy on and off camera versus being blatantly rude and a nasty person to people. It may be true. All we know is her persona. And that's very true too. We only know so much. But at the same time, I like to try to at least play the benefit of the doubt, which is because I'm in her shoes, Like I said, as soon as the show is over and I turn these lights off and the feed is over, and like when my morning show is over with the guys, literally I turn off the lights, the feed is over, and I turn to the guys, and I'm like, all right, guys, so this is what we need to do for tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's not like I'm like, what's up, guys? No, I'm not that all day long. That's freaking nuts. That's nuts. I couldn't do that. That is full on, that is a deep fried crazy, and I could not do that all day or a day. So I feel her pain in a way. Not saying that I'm Ellen, but you know what I'm saying. A performer knows what it feels like to be done with something, and then they expect the general public expects you to be that persona all day, every day. And that's not how life goes. You know, it's like, imagine Adele with her skinny ass coming out and saying, and being out at randomly at a Kmart. Kmart doesn't exist anymore. So, being out at a Target, and somebody comes up and goes, "Sing, woman, sing." It's gonna be like, no, leave me alone. I just came here for some toilet paper and some canned cream corn. That's what I came here for. I didn't come here to sing for my dinner or for my toilet paper. Get the hell out of my face. So, well, she does a lot of good things and brings happiness to people. Exactly. And that's what I see too. But then you also got to remember too, and I've said this before too, it's part of her job. So like if she goes, oh, I'm giving everybody, or, oh, this wonderful family, blah, 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 which is great. Still, no matter what, it's still a wonderful thing. But she's still going, I'm giving this whole family, because of not being able to pay for their bills and all that stuff, I'm giving them $15,000, all thanks to Apple. Apple's paying for that. That's publicity. So then somebody's going, oh, Apple, I need to go get me a new iPhone, or I need to go get me a new, thanks for the reminder, because it's just through osmosis. Oh, and then, or it's like, everybody in this room gets a free TCL 52-inch flat screen TV. Smart TV brought to you by TCL. Everyone loses their freaking mind. Why? They're getting a free TV, but then also at the same time, the people who are watching the show are going, man, that's a dope TCL, and that's pretty affordable. Let me look that up. Oh, it's only a couple $100? Bet that this TV I've been watching on is kind of trash. Publicity. So no matter what, it's still, you know what I'm saying? It's still a thing. Ellen's getting, no, I didn't read that. Ellen's getting a lot of publicity over the whole thing. Maybe it wasn't a bad thing. I don't feel like being positive 24/7. Exactly. You are human, just like Ellen. She is a human being, Ready Rock. I understand, because I do music and have done open mics, which takes a lot of energy out of me, but I don't do I don't do a complete 360 and talk to people like trash, because that isn't me. That's very true. To each their own. To each their own. But, you never know. She could be like, I'm talking every day, all day. I am just in this Starbucks trying to get a motherfucking Frappuccino, and I can't even do that right now, because everybody's all up in my grill trying to talk to me, or there's people who want their friend to be on because they had a viral video that went viral. You see what I'm saying? And then it's just this ongoing thing that never stops, and it's like, damn, yo, that really, I could see that being exhausting. She could keep the money for herself. Wendy never gives anything away. That's true. Wendy actually does, she'll do you call in and you get some free trip. You know what I'm saying? But she doesn't really dive in. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't really do stuff like what Ellen does. And that's the difference between Ellen and Wendy. Ellen is a little bit more, she's safer. You know what I'm saying? Ellen, her show at least, Ellen is like jazz music, and Wendy is like rock and roll and hardcore rap smashed into one. Anything goes on Wendy's show. Ellen's is a lot more clean. There's a lot more structure. It just depends on what kind of vibe you like. If you want to hear gossip and a woman's opinion, you go to Wendy. You know, if you just want to see something and chuckle a little bit and see something heartwarming and cute and lovely and safe, Ellen DeGeneres all day, day. These were employees making the accusations, though, not ransoms, not randoms, I guess you're saying, looking for a come up. Yeah, and that's true. These were all ex-employees, but then you got to remember, you put in, I don't care about your status. People deserve respect. No. And here it is. And Debbie, I've seen her do a few things, some giveaways, but I don't think she does them anymore. Wendy, I don't think Wendy does many giveaways anymore, but she used to. Ready Rock, I don't care about your status. People deserve respect. I totally agree, but at the same time, I can tell you that I'm sure that there's an ex-employee somewhere out there that used to work on my show, my late night show, or you know, the morning show when it was during the morning, as far as like without the radio thing. I guarantee you there's probably somebody that could sit there and say something negative about me too. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know, we used to work together, but he was a jerk because of X, Y, and Z, and he got in my feelings. That could be that really could be something. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you just never know nowadays. You know, people are freaking weird, and people try to find things. Real talk. People out here trying to find things. Especially when you go, hey guys, let's find everything bad about Justin Bieber. You know, for a fact, there's going to be like millions of people going, there was this one time I tried to shake his hand and he totally walked right by me while he was trying to shake my hand. You know what I'm saying? There's people out here that are going to try to find anything possible to rip a person apart. A negative Nancy, if you will. You know? Plenty. Yeah. Trust me, ex-employees, shoot, plenty of people are going to be mad about that ish. No one can be nice all the time. Okay, I love Wendy, but I personally never saw her give anything. Yeah, people love her. People love them some Wendy. She cool. I still try to wrap my mind around it, why people like it. I don't think it's, and I'm not sitting here saying that Ellen's any better. I think Ellen's show is a little dry. To me, it's almost like clockwork. Every show she's giving something away to somebody, and I think that's great that she has like all that positivity and stuff. But at the same time, I don't go to the Ellen show to watch interviews. She doesn't really conduct many interviews. A lot of it is her doing giveaways and torturing her, in jest, but torturing her assistant. Average Andy. That's from what I've seen, you know, and then scaring some celebrities. But most of the time they're coming onto the show just to promote that one movie or that one book or that one thing that they did. And that's really it. I haven't really seen anything where she actually has a full-on interview where it's really in depth and really, really real. I've yet to see that. Personally. But Wendy goes in and she don't give a damn. But the thing is, to me, Wendy's got this weird darkness to her. This weird dark energy. I know that sounds really, really weird, but she's got this weird dark energy that irks me a little bit. I'll say it. Sorry. Trust me, I would love to meet her. I would love to interview her, but there's just something dark about her that just doesn't feel right to me when it comes to Wendy. Sorry. I know a lot of people are going to hate me for that. And her interviews are real as hell, and she don't give a damn. But at the same time, same thing. And it's daytime television, so it's not like she's going to sit down and really have like a full-on like bang out interview with somebody. You know, and I've noticed that with like most daytime TV, you know, it's very one thing. You don't really have a lot of people tuning in because you know for a fact that Wendy or Ellen is going to have that in-depth conversation with Tom Cruise type thing. Oprah used to do that in a daytime way. Does that make sense? It was still very safe. But, you know, and Debbie, you're right. Wendy has been through a lot of things. She's been through some things, man. So maybe that's why she has that energy, you know, and that vibe. Jalen, and I got to start wrapping up here, guys. I'm so sorry. But Jalen says, I have a ton of people nationwide that hate me. I'm okay with that because the ones that matter are good to me. That's great. Every single person I call out reports me to Facebook. Wendy Williams is really creepy to me. Oh, God. You're like, okay, these people call me out. With that being said, Wendy Williams creeps the hell out of me. That's true, though. Yeah, Wendy, like I said, Wendy Williams is, you know, I think that people love her ass. People love her ass, and they eat her stuff up hardcore. But then there's another part of her there's something about her that's a little bit on the dark side that just doesn't seem right. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel right, you know? I've gone to work and have had plenty of bad days, but because I'm not a celebrity, I can't use that excuse to treat customers and coworkers like that. Not against Ellen, but that's true. That's true. You got to be face forward all day long. I get it, man. You know, but then it's like when you're not at work and you're standing in line at McDonald's waiting for that Big Mac meal, and somebody comes up to your face, knows who you are, and they're like, "Ready, rock. Sup, hey man." Say that thing that you say. Keep rocking and rolling, man. Say it, baby. And you're like, yo, man, I'm just here trying to get a meal. Can I just not? I'm not on right now. You know what I'm saying? Not every day you're going to be on. You might be cordial, but there might be a day where like, I'm just not really in the mood to say that line today, guys. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. Like, God forbid you had a line like bingo bango, and then everyone comes up to you and goes, come on, do the bingo bango, man. Do the bingo bango. Do the bingo bango. And you're like, oh my God, I just came here to KFC to get a 4-piece meal. Dark meat. Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? At some point, you're going to be like, shut up. With all due respect, get the F out of my face. Thank you, but get the F out. So, something to think about. Yeah, Jalen. Like I said, she's just, you know, she's got a vibe about her. It's very weird. To me, it's very weird. You know, it's weird. You know, honey, Wendy's just weird. Weird, just very weird. Anyway, I get you. Kind of like the Carlton dance everyone wants Alfonso to do. Thank you. Exactly, Ready Rock. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bruh, if I have to say rocking and rolling or bingo bango or the Carlton dance every single time you go out, man, I would be so freaking annoyed. I'd be pissed. That would grind my blood would boil at some point. Any other day, I'd be like, yeah, sure, let me help you out, blah, blah, blah. But, or let me do this for you. You know, let me do this. It'll make your day cool. But then there's other days where you just want to be left alone. You just want to be human, you know? You just don't want to be, you just want to be left alone. Good impression. Thank you. Thank you, Debbie. And yes, I heard, she does have the thyroid problems. Yeah. And yes, I've heard YouTube on the phones are being weird too, by the way, Ashton. I saw that. They've been acting a little funky. You know, they're acting weird. You know, Ashton, you know, your phone, it's weird. Anyway, it's time to get going, guys. But I'll be on tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. We got a good show for you guys. It's going to be fun. So be sure to tune in. That's going to be fire. So be sure to tune in, okay? And, of course, if you haven't done it, please go like this feed underneath. That would really mean the world to me. You are my everything. And then the only thing that matters to me. Oh, baby, 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 baby. Remember that song? Some Tony Braxton up in this piece. Just so you know, that was another deep cut. Deep Cuts by Pascal Bobuff. You know what I'm saying? It's Tony Braxton. You know, she's beautiful black woman. Anyway, we got to go. I hope you guys got to chuckle a little bit with me tonight. I really appreciated everybody being on tonight, and commenting and all that. It's dope. I love you guys. You guys are dope-tastic, but I'll be back on tomorrow morning. There's a lot more to talk about. Jalen, I'm going to look into this thing a little bit more, for sure, with this clip. I think this clip is super old, though. I could have sworn this happened like in March or something like that. But because I remember this, and she's screaming the N-word like crazy. So I'll definitely do a deep dive. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check that out. Jalen said, I had to leave your chat when the married guy started hitting on Natasha. Not something I was comfortable with, but that's my thing. I don't expect everyone to be like that. Yeah, I think, it's to me, it's comments, is harmless. It's not like he's actually physically, here, with us trying to throw game at her. You know what I mean? It's just comments, as long as the comments aren't done in a, in a evil or in a rude way. I think it was kind of harmless and just fun to laugh at. Wood Grain was just talking, real talk. He was just having fun. He was just playing. But I appreciate you feeling that way. So that does mean a lot. That really does. But I think he's, it was a joke. It's all good. My sister and I just laughed it off and we kept it moving. But speaking of keeping it moving, I gotta go. I love all you guys. Thank you, Ashton, for the I love you too remark or comment. I really appreciate that, brother. I'll be on tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, and then tomorrow night I'll be on around this time, around 9 a.m. again, because it's Friday, so I figured later on will be easier. Woodgrain is here. He is listening. He said, nah, it was all good. We was having fun. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It was all just good stuff, chopping it up, shooting the shit, and just being stupid. But anyway, thank you, Ready Rock. Thank you, Ashton. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Woodgrain. Thank you, Jalen. Thank you, Jazz, for tuning in New Zealand. And of course, Banks and all that. And trust me, I understand, Jalen. I totally understand. All right. I appreciate you being so protective. Real talk. I do appreciate that. But anyway, time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. This is The Pascal Show.